Welcome and thank you for joining us today on Cinema Wonderland. My name is Cam, and joining me as always is my dear friend Wyatt.
Hello, hello.
And we got a piping hot episode for you today, folks.
Steamy.
We have some weird news. It's like if AI movie industry debauchery. It's kind of funny though. We're gonna talk Supergirl. We're gonna talk The Furious. And maybe if there's a couple of games that we're playing as well, we'll sprinkle in towards the end.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
We're just starting off.
It's not about the destination. Hold your horses.
Please, 1 foot at a time, one leg per pant. Well, speaking of journeys, getting to 5 films, being an animated franchise, getting to 5 films is a big deal. And I think we have to commemorate our dear friend Shrek for getting to the big number 5. Similar time frame to Toy Story. They're getting to 5. Shrek's getting to 5. What did you think about that Shrek teaser?
It was a teaser for a Shrek film.
Why is though?
I mean, it looks weird.
It looks really weird.
I mean, it doesn't look like awful.
No, like the art style feels the same, but it's the movement.
Like the presentation, the movement.
Yeah.
I can't exactly put my finger on it. I don't necessarily think right now. I mean, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was really, really great.
Yeah,
looks fantastic. I like that it changed up the art style. My first impressions of Shrek 5 was kind of like indifference.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like, oh, this is exciting. Like, even though I don't know if there needs to be one, like, part of me is still like, hell yeah, Shrek 5. But at the end of the day, I watched the trailer and I kind of felt nothing. But I'm also wondering, like, who is this for? Is it for the old heads who loved Shrek when it came out on DVD and watched it 30 times like me? Or is it for, like, a new audience, like, of kids who know about Shrek because of the memes? Yeah. Like, what is what are you aiming towards?
That's exactly it, because the most interesting thing I think about this movie isn't anything in the actual movie. I feel like the thing that intrigues me the most is the fact that Shrek has never existed in a post-Shrek meme-assance world, right?
Yeah.
Like, even when Shrek 4 came out, it wasn't different. Everyone was like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's a new Shrek, whatever.
Exactly. But then he became Shrek. Like,
he surfed Dracula his way into...
Yes! Yeah! He got his crown.
He got his vest at the end. He finally gets to be Shrek.
Where are you going, Shrek? I'm going to the swamp. Then he turns around and then, like, bam! Shrek.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying that I was watching the Donkey prequel the other day, and no, it's kidding. I don't think that anytime that a piece of art shows up kind of knowing what it is, I guess, like, it's like anytime Tommy Wiseau makes a movie now, you're like, well, yeah, because you're the Room guy, but, like, it's not funny anymore. Like, you were doing it really genuinely with The Room. That's why it was so funny.
Yeah, it was like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's anytime, like, yeah, then somebody, like, tries to come back and capitalize that on again. I didn't feel anything either when I was watching it, except, like, why are they so wiggly and like why was there so much twerking? Like, why is
Shrek throwing ass? Like, what's up with that?
The gingerbread man.
Oh, it was gingerbread. It was Gingy, yeah. But I choose to perceive that it was Shrek.
Yeah.
You can read into that all you like, but
most people that are twerking, I just interpret as Shrek.
So do you think, like, Shrek is Love is gonna play a pivotal piece in the third act?
See, exactly. Is there gonna be a joke?
There probably will be. No way they don't see these memes and like, how do you do fellow kids their way into the script, right?
Yeah, if there was anybody cool that was making this, then maybe I'd. But, like, yeah.
No, but I think they're gonna do it, but it's gonna feel out of touch.
Well, no, exactly. That's what I mean.
Like, if Lord and Miller made a Shrek joke, you'd be like,
yeah. You're like, they probably created in the first place.
Yeah.
But, like, if something happened and this movie was canceled, it wouldn't be like.
My life would be the same.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm also wondering, like, I just hope it makes for, like, a good discussion or something. Because as it stands right now, I'm realizing as we're talking, wow, we're starting this off with a big shrug. But I choose to believe it's DreamWorks' fault, or some private equity firm influencing DreamWorks.
Which is weird, because DreamWorks has been on a hell of a run recently. Like the Wild Robot.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Puss in Boots, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
They had
3 Trolls movies. Everyone have those.
Have that How to Train Your Dragon a live action remake. Oh shit! Actually, maybe this.
Yeah. It's a mixed bag. DreamWorks has always been a mixed bag, but I agree. There's been a lot of like really exciting projects lately. I feel like it's gonna come and go, and it's gonna happen, and Shrek will be back, and then Shrek will be gone. And
as he was before, as has always been.
It's comparable to the Second Coming. if you think about it,
Shrek is coming again.
Yeah, they should make that the poster
this summer.
They could really think about how they spell it too.
Yeah.
There's options there.
How many M's would you put in, for example?
At least two.
At least
2. Yeah.
Minimum 3 if we're getting crazy.
Speaking of getting crazy, Austin Powers 4 is in the works.
That's shagadelic.
Yeah, 4 and 5 both higher than Valve can count. So, good on them. They figured it out.
Valve can't even count to 3, so let's not give them too much credit.
4 is a little much.
4 is a little crazy. Yeah. So I guess was this? Did we check if this was confirmed? Is this a real thing?
I was looking at the article for a little while. He just said it's quote in the works. Which can be it's currently being written. It can be we're talking to a producer. It can be we're greenlit. I don't know what that means. I suspect it's gonna never materialize. Because I think he said that like 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
About Austin Powers in particular?
Yeah, I think he said it a few times, but I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Maybe he's trying to use the Shrek, like the return.
I didn't even make the Shrek connection.
Yeah,
it's the same guy.
Springboarding off of this. Maybe with all the Shrek publicity, maybe people are gonna, because where has Mike Myers been since the Love Group? He had a Netflix show, I think.
Yeah, he did some Netflix show.
I don't really know what that was.
He was in Michael for 4 minutes.
He was in Michael?
He was.
He was also in Bohemian Rhapsody for 4 minutes, too.
Yes, he just played another movie. He just played another music executive. It's like the same scene for Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's weird.
But it's a different guy.
Is that a meta thing?
Is this a spoiler for Michael?
Yeah, that's a major spoiler. That would have rocked my fucking world.
Hey, that's a song.
Yeah.
Good reference. But yes, he did. He played an almost identical role to what he did in Bohemian Rhapsody. Weird. But he's a different guy with different makeup and hairstyling.
I don't understand that.
But it's still like a quirky comedic scene with a music executive.
That was the whole point of him in Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's the same scene.
Yeah. What?
Same producer, too.
But how can you... What is that? Is that lazy? Is that or is that a meta joke? Is Antoine Fuqua going to be like, oh yeah, all the biopic heads watching Michael are going to be all over this one?
I don't know. Like I said, they have the same producer, Graham King, behind both. And so maybe he's just really good friends. He knows Mike on a personal basis. He calls him Mike. Like I do.
Yeah.
Because we're friends.
Yeah. Nobody calls him Michael Myers, so it's weird. I wonder why.
That's a different guy.
I know that. Yeah.
I think that might be a different guy.
That's a much cooler guy.
Michael Myers. All right. Anyways, yeah, I saw Austin Powers 4 in the works. A lot of movement on the Mike Myers front.
Well, good for him.
He's trying to restart his career, I guess.
Well, yeah, so that's probably he was in Michael, he's in Shrek. But I would see an Austin Powers 4, though.
Oh, for sure. I must have seen them like a million times.
I love them. I grew up on them, too. Yeah, it was like, I was at an age, where I was watching them on VHS, and I can watch them again right now. Like, there's so many jokes in them.
Have you seen them recently?
Like, maybe 2-3 years ago, maybe?
Same for me, yeah.
Yeah, I would, but so that's, I mean, I'd love to, I could revisit them right now.
Do you remember Michael Caine was in the third one?
I was just all right, intolerant people and the Dutch or whatever. He's really funny in that one.
The only thing I know how to say is Michael Caine is Michael Caine. And it's just because you say my cocaine.
Yeah.
That's easy. Just rolls off the tongue.
And he says his name a lot too.
He does.
It seems like it.
So I'm in the same boat. I grew up with Austin Powers 4. Sounds weird to say. Austin Powers 1 to 3, I guess. My family was not a movie family, but they had Star Trek.
Yeah.
And they had Austin Powers on.
Everyone. You can
all
watch
the
Austin
time.
Powers with everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I remember them being really funny. Went back and found them really funny. I say if you have a creative angle, you could definitely parody more modern Bond films or just spy films in general. You could do Mission Impossible a little bit more if you want to get a little bit more curious. You could, because that was all after, for the most part.
Yeah,
trilogy.
Like
Mission Impossible was a blip in people. Like, it could come out, but it wasn't huge.
Well, and it hasn't really even
Bourne
ended.
Came out after that. There's a whole bunch of influential spy movies that they
shaky cam fight scene with Austin Powers style. That's really funny. But I guess my only reservation is what comedy sequel from that era that has returned that has been worth anybody's time. Talking Zoolander 2. I'm talking Anchorman 2. I'm talking Dumb and Dumber 2.
Arrested Development season 4.
Oh, bro, it's the perfect example.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, when has that worked out? I haven't seen a great example. Like, I kind of like Anchorman 2. That was pretty
With the
good.
same cast, is that the stipulation? Like, it has to be like a strict sequel, not like a Naked Gun situation.
Yeah,
because Naked Gun was really good,
that
but it
was
had
great,
none of the
yeah.
same people.
which is probably why maybe it was great, because you couldn't, you're gonna cast O.J. Simpson again. Like,
yeah, you might not be around.
Yeah, no, I think they waited. They waited for that day to fire Naked Gun again.
Yeah,
we're contractually obligated to offer O.J. a part. We can't fire this up.
Yeah, there must be. There must be. Yeah, I don't know.
This could be the one to shake the tree and to prove me wrong. I guess. Yeah.
I'd be shocked and appalled and stunned even, but I would like to be wrong.
Yeah,
I would enjoy that quite a bit.
Even if it was just funny, even if it wasn't good, but it made me laugh.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
If we get a great Shrek 5 and a great Austin Powers 4, I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. I'm gonna go to the casino. I'm gonna do whatever type of gambling I can think of. Because all of a sudden we're in rich spirits. Like this cats are friends with dogs. Everything's going great.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Austin, for coming in and telling us telling us all about how groovy your next movie is going to be. What's even groovier than a movie time than a merger time?
Yeah, nothing groovier than corruption. Am I right, fellas? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just. Do we talk about Paramount too much? We're on a crusade, though. We have to. If we back down, then who are we?
Yeah, principally, we need to talk about this. So what you're referring to is the DOJ has approved the Paramount and Warner Brothers deal for the merger. That's kind of like clearing a high bar from like 2 centimeters off the ground.
Okay,
you basically just had to show up for your hearing, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, go ahead."
Oh, okay. I thought this was more it's setting this in stone than that's kind of
it does, but I guess what I'm just saying is they were going to approve it no matter what.
Right.
They maybe wouldn't have approved it if it was for someone more left leaning. Or something along those lines.
Interesting.
But it's incredibly politically motivated DOJ at this point, so I won't get too much into it. But essentially, they were politically aligned, and I didn't see any reality in which they didn't approve it like instantaneously.
Yeah, of course.
They still have to fight it out in the EU. They still have to fight it out state-wise. States are fighting it and suing Paramount for this.
That's good.
They also have a ticking clock, I believe, in September that they have to pay out a huge bonus to current Warner Brothers shareholders if the deal doesn't close by September.
Oh.
So they have quite a few hurdles to jump over still, but one hurdle that was not going to be in the way was the Department of Justice. So when I first saw that news, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
a big shrug. Like, I'm upset about it, obviously. I wish it wasn't happening, but I'm also aware of the reality. So
it also sucks to try and have optimism and faith in how the DCU is going to be going, because like is Paramount going to take over and then clean the slate and start over again? Like,
and you're dealing with Hollywood ego, very good chance.
That's like, but man, we just fucking did this. Like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be invested in a Paramount led DC universe. There's no part of me that, like, Warner Brothers is a tough enough sell. Like,
yeah.
as a company running this shit. Yeah, we're gonna get into Supergirl later in the show, but maybe right now we could talk about its box office a little bit. It's not doing very good. It's doing quite poor, actually.
And so when a new ownership comes in, the fear is, are they just gonna be like, well, I know better, we reboot it again, or we just remove the aspects I don't like personally, and just start again and expect people to be okay with it? I feel like you're running on empty when it comes to like audience enthusiasm and willingness to give it a go. Like, Superman did well last year, but it didn't do amazingly. And I feel like that's just a testament to the last 10 years of DCEU fuckery, for lack of a better word. No one trusted them
Everyone's
anymore.
Confused too. The general audiences have no fucking idea what's going on either.
Multiverse? What the fuck? It's like, it's just like when you had ask Michael Shannon about his appearance in The Flash, and he's just like, what? Multiverse? I don't give a shit about that. I can't. That doesn't sound. I don't know what Michael Shannon even sounds like.
I only worked on that movie for 3 hours, but
Yeah, so no,
Man of Steel was 2 years of my life.
and Supergirl not doing well tends to show that people are only going to show up for your Superman, your Batman, your Wonder Woman, if and until you create like amazing films all around the board and people start to trust you again. But it's obvious that anything that isn't one of your A-listers and a really good movie just isn't going to fly anymore. And do you think Paramount is going to be okay with middling or failures and just let them do what they want? I doubt it.
They learned the wrong lessons and they got too greedy when Aquaman made $1 billion.
Somehow the highest grossing DC film, Aquaman.
Yeah, they got greedy and they were like, "Oh, sure, we can have an octopus playing some drums and people are just gonna like it." But that was in the middle of such a superhero craze.
I think it came out between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, see,
like
okay,
it couldn't have come out at a more like we're enthused about this time.
That's why Captain Marvel did so well too, was because she was a part of the cliffhanger for Infinity War, so of course you're gonna go see it.
Yeah.
So, but like we're way past that, so these movies need to rise a step above. Like Superman, it was great. And it wasn't like a massive box office success. I think if Man of Tomorrow doesn't do like any more than that, even if it's the same level of success, like that's already we're a few movies in and it's already spelling bad news. Plus, in the middle of this merger where nobody knows what's actually happening, and then people are talking about like they're gonna merge, they might as well just merge Pattinson and into the DCU.
I don't hate that idea, to be honest with you.
I don't either. I have warmed up to it, but how can we even get excited or invested in something like that if that could be fickle? What if the merges and then we lose all of it? Then we don't have any, like, because I feel like they would cancel the DCU, but they would let Matt Reeves do his other Batman movies because they kind of had a hell of a run. Yeah. So, but like the DCU already coming out with a kind of a miss, like
it doesn't look great. And if Clayface just doesn't land, which is very likely if you look at the history of like body horror, which rarely does well.
I have trouble with it.
It's gonna have to be incredible, and then maybe they might have a decent run ahead of them. What's nice about Clayface, probably didn't cost very much. Supergirl cost a lot.
Yeah,
and it cost a lot on marketing. Supposedly Warner's highest ever.
Yeah.
On marketing spend.
Damn, really?
I had read an article about that.
I bought a bottle of kombucha that had Supergirl on it, so it was pretty.
You're contributing.
Yeah,
helping.
God damn it.
No, I mean, hey, you're helping keep DCU floating, I guess. Yeah, I really hope it works out. I hope that that their future projects do a little bit better. I want good DC movies. It only makes the environment better. Only makes Marvel act better too. Get their act together more if they have a viable competitor. And just overall, I want to see good movies. I love comic books. And I hate Paramount and what they stand for. And so I know this is going to be a bad time in multiple ways. Potentially not in keeping theaters alive, which I guess is the one positive aspect. Paramount seems committed to that. Netflix wouldn't have been. Netflix would have told the regulators that they were. And then, but we'll see how it all plays out. Least surprising merger, approval of all time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the EU, how they take all this as well. And I think if they do that rumored Batman cameo in at the end of Clayface, then I think this could turn it all around. All you gotta do is you gotta sprinkle a little Batman out there, and then everybody comes, because like if Clayface, even if Clayface is great, even if people love it, it has an uphill battle. Let's say, but I think if people are like the movie, even if they're like, oh, the movie's all right, but you gotta see Batman, like right, or it's, there's a new Batman now. It's almost like how Marvel was like, oh, what's this asterisk after Thunderbolts? And then 1 week into the movie's run, they're like, it's the new Avengers. And I'm like, oh, you just like,
you couldn't wait.
You couldn't. No, they couldn't. Like, it's part of the like, right. So I feel like WB would do a similar thing. They're like, what? Look who showed up! It's Batman.
Yeah, they're gonna put it on Instagram for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a week after the movie comes out, and then it has maybe it has a great second weekend because people are like, wait, hold on, hold on a second, what? Alan Richardson is Batman.
A brick wall as Batman? Can you believe this? Is that a real guy? No offense to Alan Richardson. I know basically nothing about him. He's a very large man.
Yeah, so that's all we know.
So I just think like bulky.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, well,
We'll see what happens.
he can talk. That guy can talk. He can punch. He can throw a real life. You hear about that? Where he?
Oh yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Not in the news section, but he did get into a fight.
Yeah, good for him. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, good for him. Agreed.
Uh-huh.
I feel like all of this, I guess doom and gloom, but also just it's kind of making me need some good news.
Sprinkle some in there.
And as a follow up to our last episode, our good friend of the show, I'm gonna keep saying that and make it happen.
Well, last week I did say we were gonna get him on the show. Unfortunately, he was busy this time.
We're talking about Curry Barker, by the way, in case it wasn't obvious. So the actual news is that Curry Barker has signed not only his second film after Obsession. So he's obviously the director of Obsession, fantastic film. Talked about it last week. He's not only signed and I believe filmed Anything But Ghosts, but also a third film with Universal, Blumhouse, and Atomic Monster. On top of, I believe, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot that he's doing. So like this massive success in Obsession that we were both championing seems to be working incredibly well for him. He's got like 3 or 4 movies in the chamber.
I've never quite heard of this happening to someone so rapidly, where they have a backlog of big budget movies to make. Like it kind of happened to Ari Aster after Hereditary. He got Midsummer like immediately. That guy had some great success in the horror genre right off the bat, and just started getting more projects. But I've never heard of this where like you're hearing about, and then his third and fourth movie is gonna be.
Yeah, no, I think they signed him. They signed him for multiple movies, if I remember correctly. Will write, direct, and produce his third film. It is currently just past Sinners, by the way.
Is it actually?
Or it's either made. I can't remember what it was. It was either had passed the total for Sinners or is past Sinners at this point in its run.
Damn.
Meaning that it'll probably land higher than Sinners did total, but also higher than The Mandalorian and Grogu and Supergirl and many of the big budget Masters of the Universe. All these $200 million movies, it's going to make significantly more than any of them.
Wow, it did really embarrass that He-Man movie. Like, like at our local theater, you can go to Obsession at 11 a.m. on a Friday. Like that doesn't happen unless you're Spider-Man. Like that's insane.
That is insane. I just wanted to bring it up. I think we could use some more positive news.
Yeah.
Some more exciting things to look forward to. Good for him. I wish him only the best in his career. Asterisk, unless it turns out he's a jackass. In which case, I take back everything I just said. But as it stands right now, doesn't seem like a jackass.
I will say, I have been watching him and Cooper. Oh, I forget the other guy.
Tomlinson?
Yeah, is that okay? Yeah.
Question mark?
Yes, the two of them have a YouTube channel called That's a Bad Idea. Yeah. And it's really funny. It's great. Like I would say, it's similar to SNL, where like a sketch might not land quite as well, but like I would say they have a much better hit rate than SNL, that's for sure. So yeah, I think like they just seem like they're fun, creative guys that just love what they do and are having so much fun with it. So like I will watch that all day.
Yeah, I want to see them succeed. Best of luck to them.
Okay.
In general, it's been a really good year for box office, which is quite a pleasant surprise to me. Obsession has been doing incredibly well. A lot of Toy Story is doing really well. That's like saying water is wet. The story that I am going to bring up is just another example of that. I will bring that up in just one second. But overall, we're looking at the best box office year, I believe, since 2018.
Yeah, really?
2019, probably more accurately, but
friend of the show, 2019.
Yes, one of that year.
One of the best years.
Big fan. It's just wonderful to see people are going to all sorts of movies. Horror seems to be leading the way with Obsession and Backrooms, but there's been a few bigger hits as well. But people are flocking to more original films, but they're flocking to movie theaters in general, which is really nice. Encouragingly, almost every weekend has been doing well. The one I wanted to bring up, because I thought it was an interesting statistic, is we now have the highest grossing biopic of all time. Just having beat out Bohemian Rhapsody is my hope.
Okay, I couldn't remember what
it was. Musical biopic was Bohemian Rhapsody, was 911 million or something.
Okay.
Highest grossing biopic of all time. Are you aware of what it is? Because it isn't a musical or musician.
It's not the Smashing Machine. No.
No, that made $2.
Yeah.
Not
It,
not.
it made $2 and a lot of people angry for some reason.
Yeah.
No, tell me.
So the highest-grossing biopic of all time is Oppenheimer,
Oh,
because he's a real guy, so he
yes.
technically counts.
That is most definitely a biopic. Yeah.
Can you believe a biopic about a World War II scientist, nuclear scientist, was the highest grossing biopic of all time?
I can't believe
Almost made $1 billion.
I can't believe that movie made as much money as it did. That was fucking crazy. Like that is, and then won Best Picture, and like it got all the flowers.
Yeah, but now just having passed it is Michael, thanks to its success in Japan.
That's crazy.
And Russia, I believe, because apparently they still release things there, which I didn't know.
I didn't.
I thought Hollywood was not releasing things there, but they are.
Michael Jackson, you can put in Russia.
Yeah, they rented out a whole stadium.
No way.
They did a giant stadium screening of Michael in Moscow.
Damn, no way.
And it sold out like instantly. So I think overall he's bigger in Europe and Asia, so it's not surprising that Russia and Japan carried him over that line, because he's very big in both territories. But since the release in Japan, now the highest grossing biopic of all time.
That's gnarly. Wow.
Won't be the only stat we bring up. As you can tell, we both enjoy box office conversations, but I thought it was worth noting. It's been an interesting year. All sorts of genres are succeeding.
I did not expect Michael to have quite the legs that he would. I was honestly worried. I was like, it's going to be controversial. It
stayed in the top 10 for 9 weeks in the
US. That's insane. That's crazy.
And in Europe, it dropped like less than 10% or something its first weekend.
It kind of feels like it has changed public perception of Michael Jackson. Like, he was kind of the first like canceled celebrity almost. Like, I guess Jerry Lee Lewis, maybe, if you want to go back a little farther. He did some terrible things that ended his career. But then, Michael Jackson had a really tough go in the 90s and was like ostracized, and then to have like not even like his music breaking records, which it already is. Like, he's still massive on Spotify.
Yeah, he's still number 4 or something on Spotify in the world right now.
Yeah, like to have an interpretation of him be such an insane success. To rent out a stadium to watch like a really high budget Michael Jackson impersonator. That's kind of like,
yeah.
But like that's wow. I really didn't expect it to have quite that run.
Antoine Fuqua, I will see whatever else you put out next.
I love you, Antoine Fuqua. I've been a big fan.
I know you had one more story to wrap it up that you wanted to cover.
Yeah, I think this is just funny. We love sticking it to a big company. We've been aware of that. If you're not familiar with the unfolding drama around Luca Guadagnino's new film. He's the guy that directed.
Congratulations on pronouncing that, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Luckily, I heard it. If I read it, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
But Guada.
What?
I don't know how to read.
He's the guy that directed Challengers and Call Me by Your Name, and Queer. Was that also?
Queer was him. I haven't seen.
Yes, I me neither. Yes,
I fucking love Challengers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. His most recent movie that is mostly finished, from what I heard. It was it, I guess, produced by Amazon, or was it just like they owned it? I guess.
I believe that they had essentially funded it. They were willing to distribute it.
Okay. And what is it? What is this film?
It is called Artificial, and it is about Sam Altman, everyone's favorite ghoul. And it is essentially the story, from what I was reading, about there was a time when OpenAI fired Sam Altman, and I believe it was Microsoft picked him up. Mm-hmm. They were going to basically poach him in that time. Sam Altman ended up getting rehired at OpenAI. I don't know all of the corporate nonsense that preceded and led into that, and all of the details, but essentially ended up getting rehired by OpenAI and retaking back the company. But there was a couple of day period where Microsoft tried to poach him, announced it to everybody, and made it a whole show, and then got humiliated because they got left essentially after. And
wow,
Luca is making this film about that. Amazon was all cool with this a few years ago, or whenever he had pitched. And
why would they commission this movie if they were going to end up? What they ended up doing was pulling it from their schedule, their release schedule entirely. Why would they they just chickened out?
Did you hear why though? Like,
specifically why? Oh, tell me.
Because it came out that they had like a big collaboration with OpenAI coming out. And so they wouldn't. They didn't say that. They just said like, "Oh, we've decided to go our separate ways."
Okay, yeah, I only.
But
That,
read the writing
of
on the
course.
wall.
I was waiting for. Okay, I
Yeah.
missed that there actually was a deal that was. But when I heard that they canned the movie, I was like, oh, there's some.
They have
there's some
business dealings with
some
Open Air.
really shady backdoor deals going on here. But then that I didn't know that it actually came out. That's amazing. Okay, that makes sense. They're a bunch of crooks and they're protecting other crooks. So then I think it's funny that the movie, like, they dumped it, and are like, I don't know if they were trying to sabotage it or if they were. It just seemed like it was at the finish line just about. But luckily, our friends at Neon came in and picked up the movie, and it's gonna actually come out. And by the sounds, they'll probably give it a theatrical release.
I honestly think it'll do well. Like Neon's kind of on a hot streak right now.
Yeah.
They've won several. I believe it is several Palme d'Ors in a row.
Oh shit!
And Anora won Best Picture.
I didn't even realize how that was them.
Yeah, I feel like when A24 inevitably shits the bed, it's coming. I can smell it. It's coming. Neon will be the new popular A24 like studio that is funding the things that no one else is funding, that is buying and releasing the things that no one else is, taking those creative risks. And so yeah, when all else seemed lost, there was apparently a bit of a minor bidding war when this all went down with Artificial. They were trying to shop it around. No one really wanted it, or like some people were mildly interested, but no one was really willing to commit, potentially because of its controversy. I don't know what's in the film itself. I assume they make him look like a doorknob, like The Social Network did for Zuckerberg.
I think it's funny how fast this is coming out too, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to get, this is their social network. Like this is they're trying to get ahead of it, and especially hiring like an auteur like Luca Guadagnino, like to
why hire him if you're not gonna be happy with him being critical of this guy that you love? Like so I don't understand.
That's crazy. So I think it's so funny that the only controversy is just in the rich company and rich company like mingling or whatever that they're doing. They just don't want to hurt their friends' feelings. Because the shit. So I think it's funny that that it's just gonna come out anyways, and like it was their fault like from the beginning.
Yeah, basically, the Eric Andre meme of shooting yourself in the chair, being like, "Why would do this?
Yeah, why would they?
Yeah, whatever, Amazon, whatever."
Yeah, wow, no.
Don't act shocked.
I hope this movie is a smash out success. Like that would be so funny.
Yes, we need it to make Obsession level money.
Yeah, so please, everybody.
If everyone could show up and see it multiple times, tell your friends.
Let's do the thing. Well, the what's the Sound of Fury, or no, the one, it's about those
Sound of Freedom.
The Sound of Freedom, yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where they were like, go to this website and you can buy out a whole theater if you want, and you can donate to more bad people that have funded this movie.
Yeah.
Super funny.
You know what? If I had the money to rent out a whole theater, you think I wouldn't have done it already?
Yeah. What do you think of? Oh man, but there are dumb rich religious folks that would fall for this. I believe. I'm not even calling out a specific religion. I'm just there are people that would be like, well, if it's doing good, then I might as well.
I hear you. But
wow. Cool.
But yeah. I feel like that's most of the news we wanted to go through.
Yeah. So would you like to head over into the auditorium to watch the feature presentation of today?
Absolutely.
Well, and what would be first up on the list, my good man?
Supergirl.
Woo! Zoom!
Ow, laser eyes. Sometimes they're small and sometimes they're big.
Sometimes, yeah. I like she's probably scrolling on the mouse to make the laser eyes bigger or smaller. She's doing that every time.
Yeah, we're gonna go 20% opacity today. Yeah. So Supergirl, what did you think?
I really wanted to like this one. As has been discussed, I love Superman, and like just seeing somebody in those colors with a cape with a big S on their chest, like I'm like, yes, absolutely, I'll watch that all day. I was looking forward to this. But like I could just like feel my enthusiasm just plummeting as the movie went on, and I just think it ended up kind of being dumb and cheap, and it's disappointing. Like I guess cheap in terms of look, but also just in like there's just no imagination in this screenplay.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's so by the numbers, and it just doesn't really. it's kind of disjointed. Did it feel cut down to you? Like, did it feel
A
like
little bit, and
yeah,
rumor is it was.
it feels chopped up. Like
You can almost tell, like you've
yeah,
seen enough chopped up superhero films, you get the smell. You just know like when when it is after you see it. I feel like sometimes.
yeah.
Um,
So that was disappointing to feel. I'm like, no, I'm coming to these DC movies because I'm not supposed to be feeling that anymore. Like
yeah,
I've been getting that from Marvel for the past like how
getting real Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom vibes from this
yeah,
one.
totally. Yeah, well, Aquaman coming up
I'm
again.
getting Black Adams vibes from this one. I'm getting the Flash vibes from not that
It's
bad.
okay.
Yeah, it's not that
The
bad.
Flash is embarrassing though. Like
Flash starts out good,
yeah,
except for the microwave baby. That was pretty whack.
that.
But I like
It
in
looks pretty
theory.
whack.
I like in theory him doing some wacky saving adventures.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could have just seen that. That could have just been the Flash movie. It didn't need to be fucking Flashpoint for his first one. But okay, let's let's get away from that disaster and talk about this box office disaster. What did you think about Supergirl?
I kind of forgot I saw it already. It's just honestly a little bit insulting, and I really don't want to come at this from a negative space.
Yeah,
Like I was, and for the most part still am extremely excited about the DCU and where it could be headed, and I love James Gunn's work, and all of the stuff that he's done for the DCU has been really good that I've seen. I have some mixed thoughts about some of Peacemaker, but overall, like I thought Superman was incredible. It delivered exactly what I was looking for. I enjoyed Peacemaker. I've seen a little bit of Creature Commandos, which I thought was good.
yeah. Okay. Apparently,
Um,
the first entry in the DCU technically is
Yeah,
yeah.
technically.
I keep forgetting it exists.
So yeah, like I went into this, like I bought tickets ahead of time, like weeks ahead. I was excited for it. I'm like, yes, the new chapter, like it's gonna be hopefully different from Superman, but like still well made, and I'm excited to see Millie Alcock. But ultimately, I felt that it was quite uninspired, and yeah, lacking imagination, like you put it. Um, I really wanted to love this one. I ended up just kind of in the first little bit. I'm gonna keep it non-spoiler to start.
Yeah,
Um,
we will talk about spoilers. Oh, I should have mentioned as well. There are time codes below for all of the news stories as well as the spoiler section as well. So I will, yeah, that'll be clearly indicated. Yeah.
thank you to the Grandmaster Cameron.
Please.
What?
I don't think there's a whole lot to spoil. There's no big surprises that are gonna.
No, not
Like,
really.
yeah, like just because there is a lack of imagination. But yeah, if you do want to see it, yeah, we'll talk about spoilers later.
But yeah, overall, I feel like in the first 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it was, like the first going into the second act, I was like, this is like decently solid. I don't mind some of the visuals. I like the difference between like the red sun planets versus the yellow sun planets. At first, I really enjoyed her like powering up and depowering, and kind of like it added some like level of unpredictability to action sequences. I think Millie did a really great job.
Yeah, I liked her. Yeah.
She was not at all the problem. I'm not coming at this from a I hated this before I even saw it perspective, but ended up seeing it over the course of the film. Like you said, I felt my enthusiasm waning. I asked myself, I constantly was asking myself, like, why do this? Or like, why not explain that, but explain this? Why are you focusing so much on this and not that? Why you even bring that up when you don't intend to do anything with it? Why is Lobo here?
Yeah,
I can say that without spoiling it.
and I don't want to be like, oh, Jason Momoa is great. I mean, like, just on his own, I just kind of he's likable, like he's kind of fun, but he can be completely cut from this movie. Like he does not need to be in it at all, and doesn't really offer anything interesting in it, and he kind of just shows up in really contrived ways, and it feels like that's where it feels chopped up. It feels like it was a reshoot almost.
Yeah, like they were like, we need some marketability in here.
Yeah.
We gotta get some Lobo. Anybody find Lobo? Can somebody text Jason? I don't know who I'm impersonating.
That sounded like Mo from the. I'm looking for a Lobo.
I'm looking for an. Oh, this is a Futurama reference. I'm looking for an icy wiener.
Looking for a man to kiss and hug.
But yeah, like overall, I felt my enthusiasm waning. I kind of thought the action was. I thought started out okay, ended up pretty uninspired by the end. I didn't feel any sort of like wonder or like excitement. The visuals didn't really inspire me. There was some planets like interior wise. I think they did pretty good at like interior sets. But anytime they went like outside, it was either in a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special reject like props, like what's it called? Set. Like the one planet they go on literally looked like nowhere. From Guardians Holiday Special and from the third movie. I'm like, oh, this is just a big square with a bunch of buildings around the side that are impersonating interiors. But in reality, you only have one little rectangle to work within, and the rest of it is just like fake walls.
Man,
It looked identical to
I'm
that.
struggling to even think of which place you're talking
The
about.
beginning of Guardians 3,
Oh no, sorry. I know nowhere is very recognizable, but none of the places in Supergirl are. Like that's I'm trying. Like, that's what I mean. I'm trying to place.
There's a scene later on with Lobo. He's riding his motorcycle around. There's fighting some of those pirate guys.
Okay, yeah, in like that kind of like crumble.
The city.
Yeah, okay.
The city looked a lot like nowhere.
Oh, but like,
and so the whole thing kind of feels like we have James Gunn at home.
But at least, yeah, no, at least nowhere is like it's a big like celestial skull.
The planet looks different, but on the planet it's like.
Well, but like at least nowhere is a recognizable like interesting place.
Yeah,
like,
I can't name a single planet they went to in Super.
Yeah, no, I guess they would have had the names and shit up on screen too, but I didn't care. I didn't clock any of that.
No.
Yeah.
And that even comes down to like the main villain, who I also think was incredibly weak.
So boring.
We were having a discussion after the film, like breaking it down how we felt about it. Like we went with a group of friends of ours, and we were chatting and I don't know who asked, but somebody said like, what was the villain's name? And like they had like a 5-second pause and like no one could recall. And then eventually someone's just like, it was Cream. And like that's more entertaining to me. So from now on we're going to refer to him as Cream.
Because that was the only time that his name, like somebody mentioned his name and then somebody makes a joke. I think Supergirl makes a joke and she's like, oh, who's this guy trying to kill Cream? And then I couldn't remember. Yeah, like I remembered that one-off joke more than the actual villain. Like just
legitimately can't think of a single thing about him.
No,
I mean I kind of remember, but like
so I think a lot of the things that fail from this is the adaptations that it's almost like 3 degrees of separation from True Grit. Like, so True Grit inspired the comic Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow,
which I hear is incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
And the colors, that's another thing. Fantastic.
And it seems like this movie, maybe at one point, was going to be a more faithful adaptation of that comic, but like chickened out and opted for a gray-brown, lifeless rendition of some of that comic, from what I've heard.
Yes.
So that just sucks. And especially if you're working off a framework of, I never even thought about it until afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, I guess it was kind of like True Grit, but like not really at all. Like just what a shame. Like to have it diluted to such a degree, and to have this be the first outing for Millie Alcock as well. Like I liked her. I wanted to see her be given more to do because I ended up thinking that the character was just kind of flat and like
very underwritten. It's like first draft type script.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like underwritten. Like, and I don't want to say underperformed, but I just don't think she was given a lot to work with. So you kind of just end up underperforming as a result.
Yeah, if you don't have a good script, there's only so much you can do.
Exactly, right? Yeah, and then on top of that, she was in a brown trench coat for 90% of the runtime.
I can't believe they made a sequel to Punisher: The Last Kill already.
Yeah.
Can you believe this? And he can fly now? They fly now? Oscar Isaac, let me know if you want to come on the show.
it's somehow Oscar Isaac returned. Like, you wouldn't make a movie called Superman and then put him in a brown trench coat for most of the movie.
Everyone would be like, this is bullshit.
Exactly. So why are you treating Supergirl like that?
Yeah.
Like, and if this movie was exactly the way it was, but they had her in the suit for more of the movie, I would have been like, well, at least you could see Supergirl. At least you could see her doing shit, right? But like, I feel like there was a lot of attempts to make dimensions to this character that just ended up all being kind of flat. Like her whole identity you gather from just things that people have told her about herself. Everybody's like, you're like this, you're doing this, you do this, and then she's like, yes, I'll remember who I am in the
Are you
finale.
describing Captain Marvel, or are you
Yeah,
describing Supergirl?
like you could slot it into so many different movies. Except there's zero sauce here.
Yeah,
Like,
and like I would love for them to be. I would love for there to be sauce. From what I hear, I realize I'm a fake fan or whatever. I need to read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
I
If
should
anything,
too,
this
yeah.
movie made me want to read it more.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
everyone talks about it like it's the best thing since sliced bread, and I believe it. Everything I've seen of it, and the artwork especially, looks incredible.
Yeah.
I wanted this to be great.
You know what? I'll say he's in the trailers and stuff. David Cornsweet.
Yeah.
I like seeing him as Superman.
Yeah, it was
It's
great.
great, but they made Superman kind of a whiny bitch again. Like because like yeah, I get like her identity and everything is that's told to her is like stuff other people are telling her, and like she's contending with like wanting to like escape her pain and trauma by you're just going out to all these different planets and drinking. And then the thing that's trying to pull her back is Superman being like, when are you coming back? I need your help. I could have really used your help on that one. I'm like, you're fucking Superman. You're Superman. All these planets that she's hanging out at, like, they don't have a Superman.
I'm nothing without Mr. Terrific.
Yes. Like, why can't she be like why does she need to go back to Metropolis? Why is that the pull? Like what can she do there that she can't do on all these poor unfortunate planets that don't have any superheroes protecting them? There is a Superman on Earth. Why doesn't
And other metahumans.
and other exactly. So and then out in space, like she's fighting like sex traffickers. Like maybe she could be out there doing useful stuff like that. It almost feels like that's kind of where the story arc was going.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe let's just get into spoilers. We'll wrap it up by saying I don't think it was terrible. I don't think like time was wasted. Like I hated watching it or anything. If you're like a really big Supergirl fan, like I know a buddy of mine is, he got a significant amount more out of it. And he has read the comic. I think both him and another friend of mine both agree that like it's a poor adaptation. But that they overall enjoyed their time. And you may as well. Like it isn't offensively bad.
Yeah.
I think to me, I felt a whole lot of nothing, which is the worst thing that you can be. I think I would have rathered it be terrible or great. Like I mean, obviously I wanted it to be great, but I would have rathered it been one of the two extremes than wherever it is now, which is I forgot about it when I left. And that's like kind of the worst thing I can say about it. It's really too bad. And for the second DCU movie, that is not what I wanted to see. I want them to be thriving and succeeding like they seem to be in comics right now.
Yeah, the Absolute series is doing really great. Like,
yeah,
and it's a shame that like, I don't know what was missed here because yeah, it is very like it's obviously under James Gunn's like umbrella, like, but like I don't know, but maybe he's directing a lot and didn't really get to have a whole lot of involvement in this one.
Maybe it's a Kevin Feige spreading himself too thin situation.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine being if Feige was also directing movies too. Like, how is that even possible? So yeah,
can one man do that?
Exactly.
I don't know.
So yeah, so this might be proof that like, yeah, like they're trying to emulate James Gunn's style without any of the soul, and so yeah, like ultimately, like I can't recommend this like wholeheartedly. If you enjoyed it and yeah, you had a good time with it, like. That's awesome. I really wanted to, but yeah, there's a level of seriousness that it was trying to extract from me that I just couldn't buy into, and I will say maybe this should have been directed by a woman. I don't know. Is that like one of the popular choices I was hearing actually was the lady that made Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
that movie's great. I really like Birds of Prey. I like that movie quite a bit, actually.
You know who else I would throw into that is, and I don't know if she'd be game to do it, Nia DaCosta.
Yeah.
She did The Marvels, and that movie turned out kind of whatever. I think I like The Marvels a little bit more than this. But, like, the things that she brought to it were really solid, and you can see when she directed Candyman and when she directed 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Like, she's got the sauce. She's a really talented filmmaker. I think she could have brought something new to really good to this. If you weren't hamstrung by a studio telling you exactly what to do and when to do it and how to do it and cut this out and film reshoots and do more reshoots and rework and rework and rework, like what it seems the Marvels was, she could have produced something really exciting and visually stimulating and colorful, and maybe she would have had something to say. you know, your option is good too. Like there's filmmakers that would
Yeah,
do great with this.
a filmmaker with something to say. Let's even settle for that. Like I'm sorry, yeah, not even to to specifically call who's it,
Craig Gillespie.
Yeah, like I think from what I was looking, his most well received movie is I, Tonya, which
I've heard it's good.
You know, which I have heard is great. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that is it's a weird jump to go to a superhero thing like this, but yeah, it just seems like there was just something missing there that didn't come together for me ultimately.
Fair enough.
We
can get a little bit more into
yes, spoilers. We're gonna talk spoilers now. Yes. Yeah, she ends up going back to Metropolis, and I'm just not convinced by that battle that she's going through. And like, I guess you want her to team up with Superman, like, and I wish I could have seen them working together in this movie a bit. Like, I wish I could have seen like what is her relationship to Clark and to Earth, and you know, like in battling that with her relationship to Krypton.
There's a story there for sure, or at least more to pull from.
There's something there, yeah. Like why does Superman need her? I don't know. Like he's fucking Superman. Like, yeah. Why can't she be like she's out saving like sex slaves? And like,
let's not talk about that though. Let's just bring it up and do nothing with the concept.
So you're gonna have like a whole crew of like it's similar, I guess, to Mad Max. There's a group of brides that were trafficked for nefarious purposes, but like those are all actual characters in Mad Max Fury Road. Like all they're actual people with names and stories. And there's a moment where the Supergirl or somebody's helped by I can't remember like in that final battle or whatever, that big dust tornado that happens,
big battle or whatever.
Oh god. And like one of those brides like shoots one of the bad guys with a harpoon or something, and they do a close-up on her, and I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I would have loved to learn about these people.
Right.
Or like not be given some reason. You care on a base level because obviously that's a horrendous thing to do.
Yeah.
But just mentioning it existing isn't compelling.
No.
And why bring it up at all if you have nothing to say about it? Like it's a very real problem in today's world. This happens. Not in space or maybe in space. We don't know. But like it's a real thing. And so to bring it up at all, you should probably handle it with some level of care, or at least have something to say, or have it be wish fulfillment. That could have been the whole film. Mad Max Fury Road, but with Supergirl. She frees these brides.
That'd have been so cool. That's cool like, right there.
They deserve to have a life and be free of that, and that could have been a whole plot right there. But instead, it's like a B or a C plot.
It's not even. It's backdrop. It's like it's a matte painting.
Yeah,
like there's nothing there.
I agree, and it's just like such wasted opportunity. And I guess this whole movie sort of feels like that to me. That could have been a really great movie. Or, I mean, I don't think Lobo needed to be there, but you could have made him the main thing. And maybe with more focus on him, he could have been interesting. Or maybe you give the villain Cream. Like, maybe you develop him a little bit more and take out Lobo and kind of figure out what his deal is. As it stands right now, I swear to God, he has, like, less than 15 lines of dialogue.
And were any of them,
and most of it is
valuable? Yeah, like did they offer anything to he calls
this really is a Punisher sequel.
Yeah, except that he giggles a lot.
He read the script probably once.
Oh yeah,
good enough
on a plane. Like he had an assistant read it to him. And she gets beat up so much in this movie, and she's constantly knocked down, and I never get to see her be like interesting or powerful. Like she's always knocked down, and like that could be interesting that she keeps getting back up, but like it's always the yellow sun just miraculously shows up at the perfect opportunity, and she doesn't have to do anything. She just has to sit there until the yellow sun.
Gonna wait for my cooldown to recharge.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So I'm like, what fight is in this character? Where's that battle? Why does she just?
It's not her own drive that caused her to get up, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, it feels like in the editing process they tried to retroactively. They had moments where they was like, remember who you are, but then just the yellow sun just washes over her, and she's like, oh okay, I'm good now. Like
yeah,
and so I didn't get to see her be like interesting or powerful in like a character fulfilling way. I felt the tinkle of something when you first see her in the suit, and I'm like, fuck, finally,
Yeah.
thank you. And then she has like 45 seconds of cool power stuff, and then she's shot with some kryptonite.
See, and that's where my issue with it is. I wasn't upset about it at first, until like the sun thing didn't bother me so much. But what really did bother me was the kryptonite.
Yeah.
The kryptonite things. How the hell would you even get kryptonite?
Yeah, where did he get
yeah,
how does everybody know about it?
Yeah, how does everybody know about it? How can you procure it and then design it into darts? And then also there's a green sun that apparently does the same thing.
Oh my
so she might be allergic to green just as a color.
It's
Like she goes to a garden and she's like,
Yeah.
I'm too weak.
Yeah.
And like I don't expect her to be like on her A game all the time. Some level of that depowering could have been interesting.
Yeah.
But what it results in is so much of the film being like she's on the back foot, and not in a compelling way like in Superman.
The way Superman was on the back foot like the whole movie.
But he has
like,
to keep
in
getting up. And I wanted that
Yeah.
sort of thing for Supergirl too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when they do finally give her big action sequence, long take thing, she fights all the guys and she's fully powered up. They cut to the worst needle drop, and everyone's talking about this. But like as soon as I'm like, oh yes, this is the big moment, she's gonna do her thing, and then he cut to the middle. But not really a cover of it.
Yeah.
And all respect to the artist, I don't know them, but like it does not fit.
Like it's honestly, it sounds nice. I'm sure it's a nice little cover. It might be delightful on its own, but it was total whiplash. I was
laughed.
confused. Yeah.
I was like, and then I was like, oh, the moment's ruined.
Oh, they're serious. Oh, what are you serious?
Yeah.
Apparently, they went through 45 different songs for that sequence, and that's somehow what they landed. If there was if you just gave me a thematic reason, it was there. If there was some reference to it earlier, if she listened to it earlier in the movie,
Maybe it's an important thing to her.
Yeah. If you just gave me a reason why that song was in there, like I can go with the total whiplash. But as far as it goes, it is a dull CG brown environment with one of the lead characters just standing and staring at nothing, like just looking around her. Like she's looking like
we have the Mr. Terrific scene from Superman at Home.
Yeah. That's pretty. But at least like Lois Lane looked like she was, excited about what was going on. But like,
that was incredible. I love that. But...
yeah, they gave the actress that played Ruthie. I thought she was good for all the movie. She was great even. But in that moment, like you give her no direction to emote.
Just look around and wonder.
Yeah, just in awe of nothing.
We'll figure it out later.
It's even worse than in Spectre when they just stare at the biggest explosion ever on screen.
Hey, you ever hear the Guinness Book of World Records? Look at this. Yeah, that's what Spectre was doing.
Yeah, and then in the scene they're just like, huh, okay. Anyways, let's.
Interesting.
And that's kind of how it felt here too. So
I will comment on the Ruthie thing. I think I agree. Her actress did a good job. I found her character to be pretty insufferable. Like I don't feel that way about most younger teen. Like I feel like it's been popularized, and I mean it always has been to some degree, but like popularized in the wake of like The Last of Us. Like an older type takes somebody under their wing, and it's like I don't know if Supergirl and Ruthie have like a mother-daughter relationship or like an aunt-niece, but like older person takes on a younger person, they go on an adventure together, and they both discover things together along the way about how to be different. Whatever. Especially in a more apocalyptic or darker setting-ish, like Supergirl kind of has, with like the
environments, yeah, and the pretty drab environments.
But I just don't think they did anything good with her. Also, why was she British?
Yeah, no one else in the family is British.
I mean, maybe I'm crazy. I very well might be, but like I swear to God, the rest of her family doesn't have anything to say. I don't think her family spoke British. Had a British accent.
I couldn't understand them. It's because they were speaking British. That's why I didn't.
They guys invented a new language.
Like, where's the subtitles? I was looking the whole time.
Yeah. So like, I think she did a good job. Her character irritated me. She didn't really bring anything interesting to it. Yeah. Overall, it was just all this build up and just not a very exciting payoff because the visuals were kind of decently nice at the end. I mean, I hated the gray brown environment,
Like that suit is awesome.
The suit looks great.
Just if you just gave me that the movie would have crossed over the line for me. I would have been like, it's fine, whatever. At least it's a Supergirl movie. But this is Trench Coat Girl. Like this is, and until like the few minutes at the end, and just the power scaling was weird too. Like I thought she was as strong as Superman, but even when she's fully powered, she doesn't really seem to be able to.
As far as I know, she's the same power level.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's gender
I don't think
sex
it was
specific.
It wasn't. Well, yeah, exactly. So I was just thought that her and Superman were at the same level, but that was not exemplified in this movie at all. No, like she's thrown through walls half the time, and she can barely keep up, even when sometimes she is fully powered.
And sometimes it's unclear when there's a red sun, and sometimes it is clear.
I don't always know. Yeah.
And so I remember there's times where I'm like, really? Should you be getting beat up with this? And then there's a line of dialogue later, be like, well, it would have been fine if not for the red sun. And I'm like,
okay, I didn't even.
Sure, if you say so. He didn't make the environment look red or anything, so like it's not like I could pick up on that. And maybe I'm just stupid.
Well, no,
you know, but like I just don't think they explain it very well.
No, because this cream guy seemed to he could really take a beating. He could really offer a beating too.
He could really get creamed and cream others.
Yeah, I felt creamed by that guy.
So real.
And it feels like it's just a lack of thought. It feels like just nobody cared enough to think about this stuff critically. And it's a shame. I think Supergirl deserves a lot more, especially like this is the premiere on-screen, the big screen definitive version of Supergirl. Like if you Google Supergirl movies, this will be the first one that comes up. Supergirl is like an afterthought, it seems like.
Yeah. It just honestly, it makes me sad, and it's like I said, it feels like missed potential is the best way that I can put it. All of the pieces with this movie are there. And so I didn't even really get a stank off of the trailers or anything. Like oftentimes you can see a trailer and you're like, oh, like you can tell this is cobbled together. Something feels off. This feels like a cash grab. Supergirl's like, no, that's a fun second project. Like Millie Alcock is great casting. Like it's fun to make it intergalactic. I've heard this book is really good. Including Lobo on paper sounded kind of interesting. I mean, I was still like kind of like, I don't know about this villain, but whatever.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about
for the most part, all of the pieces are there. And there's so many like plots that could have been an interesting A-plot that are just like background dressing or relationships that aren't touched upon, but you know, if you were to describe to someone on paper, sounds really interesting. These two might have an interesting dynamic, but none of them are explored. And those that are like the things that we don't want to hear about or it doesn't matter. I was really disappointed. I was let down.
No, it's too bad. I'm looking up who the screenwriter is because I think her story is interesting. That it was that she was hired to write the Sasha Calle Supergirl movie, and then that fell through. But they seemed to like that screenplay so much that they were like, okay, we're gonna bring you in and do this. And Anna Noguera.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but
yeah, and like I almost believe that she probably wrote a better script that got really chopped up and meddled with.
It's possible, and I'm glad they at least got a woman to write it.
Yeah,
I think we both said we'd rather have a woman direct it as well, but like you know, that's at least something. I've also heard that she has almost no credits to her name beyond like plays. And so I don't know if the right person to get for this job was like a never written a film before person. And I know there's other female screenwriters out there that could have done a great job. I know the industry also historically, you know, throws them under the bus.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't, but they do. But there are other people that could have done an amazing job writing this. You also could have just adapted the book more one to one. You don't even need to go too far in your own direction. People loved that story.
Just make it like it's a weird, colorful alien world. Like that's already James Gunn coded. Like you could why strip the interesting stuff out of that?
But that's just it. Why do a James Gunn light or it's like a Diet Coke film? You know, like I love a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke, but it's you know not the same thing. And trying to do James Gunn's formula but without him, it just feels uninspired. But what I don't understand is why go for that as your second project, essentially trying to emulate his style, but then go on about how you want unique voices in the DCU and you want unique genres and you want to explore all these different takes. So you do Clayface next, which is like a complete right turn. And like I'm looking forward to that. But like
Yeah, but this,
one project is a carbon copy of James Gunn, and then the other thing is just go off and make Clayface. I don't give a fuck.
it feels like a lack of consistency.
Yeah,
And like I at first I kind of thought that the odd nature of the projects that are coming out, I'm like, oh, this is breeding creativity. There must be something going interesting on here. But like
now I'm wondering.
yeah, now yeah, I'm like, okay, we need to start getting to some stuff here. Like even like a Wonder Woman movie, like coming.
I feel like Wonder Woman could have been a great second film.
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly,
100%.
Supergirl would have been a great second film too with another hand.
Yeah, but potentially, yeah.
But maybe your safe bet is to focus on your A-listers right now.
Yeah.
And you're still doing TV, so you can still do a Clayface or a Swamp Thing or a that's DC, right? The other Man Thing is Marvel.
Yes,
I don't know.
Thing is definitely DC.
Okay, I get those two messed up a little bit. I feel like you could have used TV for the more experimental stuff, and it sounds like they're doing that because they're doing like Jimmy Olsen and Gorilla Grodd, and maybe that's really funny. Jimmy Olsen was a funny character, but I guess for the longest time I was like, let's let him cook, let them cook. Maybe they're, I want to see how this goes. And now the project's being all over the map does worry me a little bit. So I have friends that'll be happy to hear me concede on that. But I'm getting nervous. And I don't want another DCEU, so I'm hoping I'm wrong.
And I don't even want another reboot. Like just keep rolling, man. Just keep rolling with the punches. Like we just got to get this out the door.
I hope Lanterns is good.
Oh yeah, man.
Clayface is good, and then I feel like people will be feeling better. Do you want to talk about something a little bit more good and fun?
Okay, yes.
So there was another movie that you saw that I haven't seen, but you're extremely excited to talk about it. I like to focus more on the positive, so why don't you take it away?
Okay, thank you very much. But now that we're done that spoiler talk, maybe let's go into a spoiler-free talk about what is possibly the greatest action martial arts film of the past 15 years, maybe even.
Dang.
Nothing like it since The Raid. And
wow.
I was blown away by The Furious. I was surprised that I was able to see it in a movie theater at all. Very basic story. It's more human trafficking. Actually, I didn't ever go from one to the other.
Well, at least it sounds like they actually had something to say.
I would.
Or
say
at least
so.
like had a purpose behind.
Yes.
Bringing that up.
Yeah. Like the victims of the trafficking are actual characters that actually have something to say. Yes. There's a father whose daughter is kidnapped into trafficking, and he's on a mission to find her, and all he has is a hammer, and he just beats the shit out of everybody who gets in his way. He's aided by a reporter who is looking for his wife that was also involved in the same investigation of the trafficking ring, and it is just non-stop action from beginning to end.
Cool.
And it has a great pace to it. Where it will dip and kind of slow down a bit and kind of set up the next fight. Like it never felt like the movie was dragging. It felt like every time it would slow down, it was gearing you up for some of the craziest shit you've ever seen. I haven't seen action choreography quite like this. Since The Raid. Like it's a simple story, and it's just dudes beating the shit out of each other.
Nice.
And like really awesome.
Just dudes being dudes.
That's all you really need. It's just some dudes kicking each other in the face a bunch.
And so you said it was made in Hong Kong?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I only heard about it. I heard glowing things, but I wasn't entirely sure like where it was made or like what the history was, or it kind of just came out of nowhere.
It really did, yeah.
And then those that have seen it, I was hearing like wonderful things about it. So.
I've been hearing stuff from people that saw it in film festivals. I've been hearing about it for months. So I was already really excited. I was like, and the algorithm knows me at this point because I was Googling, I'm like, how to watch The Furious. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's not even out yet. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, Chris Stuckman like reviewed it. Like James Gunn even was raving about it too on Instagram. And then all of a sudden it was playing in at our local theater here on June 12th, I think it came out. And yeah, I took my 12-year-old brother to it, and we lost our fucking minds. Like, it's a cool action movie when the movie's done, and you're like, remember that part when he did this and that, and then we're like, and
then he started beating each other to death with hammers in the parking lot. Yeah, I've been there.
We brought our own hammers. It was great.
I got the cast to sign this.
Yeah, it's like when you see The Room, like you throw spoons at the screen or throwing hammers at the screen. Yeah, and like it's yeah, just like a basic I would even say at times kind of a clunky story a little bit, and that is just something that I come to expect with Hong Kong action cinema, where like they will be kind of either melodramatic or hokey in the story and the motivations with some of the characters. Like the main villain of the movie doesn't really have a whole lot to do like interpersonally with the heroes of the story until kind of just before the finale, where there's kind of a contrived way that he ends up being like, I have to go get those guys. And like there's kind of a clunkiness to the melodrama that I just come to expect, I guess, from watching these movies. Because most of the time I'm watching like a weird dubbed version. That's the only copy I could find online, or I'm watching something on like archive.org or like Tubi. I know there's a great Donnie Yen movie called Raging Fire. I had to watch on Tubi. I've never done that.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Tubi. I can literally watch it on Freevee, bro. It's literally on Fubu. It's on. I'm just making shit up. Fubu might be real though.
Fubar?
Fubar, yeah.
Fubar, yeah.
It's literally on Doodoo, brother. Just log in. It's real.
Who is bro?
Nah.
Who is Doodoo? How can you make a Tubi and a movie? Okay.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Don't fuck with me like that. Yeah, so the fact, yeah, so like I'm used to seeing like bootleg copies of this shit. Like, yeah, I had a John Woo's movie The Killer. I bought a copy that was brought over from Hong Kong from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. Like I had to go to his house to watch this movie. Well,
then he opened up his trench coat.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Which one you want?"
Please, can I get the English sub? No, you're getting the dub. Yeah. Speaking of which, there's some weird dubbing in the movie too, and it's kind of like an odd kind of dubbing where it's like it looks like it's like a Chinese actor speaking English, but they're also dubbed over too on top of that. But then sometimes like stuff is subtitled and sometimes someone just talking English, but the voices don't always match up. It's kind of a weird, again, kind of a bit to expected. And some of the CG was a little wonky in certain moments where like, I don't.
I could forgive some level of that.
Yes, yeah, like where there's so little of that. There's like, and just kind of the odd dubbing. I'm like, that's kind of odd, but I'm not like affected by it. Or if there's kind of like a kind of towards the start of the movie, there's a couple of spots where I was like, oh, that the VFX is a little wonky there, but it's just for like a stunt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then like there's just insane stunts like throughout the whole movie. It's a stunt fest extravaganza, and yeah, and like I daydream about watching movies like this where I'm like just give me just some crazy action and don't let up. And like there's a point in the movie where I was like, is this ending? Is the movie almost done? And then it goes into the finale, and it is the craziest on-screen fight I've ever seen. Like my mouth was like agape. Like I was a slack-jawed yokel.
You know it's good when it makes you into a slack-jawed yokel.
Yeah, literally.
I want every film to leave me like that.
I've had it twice happen this year, and the other one was Obsession. But somehow this just kind of crossed it. It scratched an itch in my brain, and it is, there's some big movies, some great movies coming up this year, but like so far this is my favorite movie I've seen this year, and it's gonna be hard work to top it. Like,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, but obviously, I don't know. We got Christopher Nolan. We got fucking Denis Villeneuve. You know,
there's got some masters coming up.
Yeah. So I'm excited. But like, for me personally, all I want is just a master of martial arts, the Hong Kong action cinema, and I got that. So everything else this year is kind of a bonus.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I highly recommend.
It is shot to the top of my list. You're a good salesman, Cam.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I appreciate that. I
will shield for this all day.
I did see it was briefly playing. I didn't have a chance to go see it, which is a huge bummer. But once it's available on video somewhere, I'll find a way. I will definitely give it a watch because I have yet to see too much Hong Kong action, honestly. And I need to change that.
Okay,
in general, like I just love action films. I have yet to see some of the greats. And I
They're
just
all out of
know-
Hong Kong, man.
Yeah.
I'll give you a list. I'll give you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible because I've heard really great things about the Furies, so we'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it.
Of course. Yes. Thank you for giving me such a platform, my good man. There might be one other big movie, I guess, that we could have a little chat about if you're interested.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you also saw something recently.
Yes.
Talking about starting with a B. Yeah,
The
Backrooms.
Rooms, yes.
Yeah.
With the Backrooms, yes.
Backrooms.
You briefly mentioned it last week that you had seen it. I finally seen it though.
Excellent.
Yeah. And what did you think about it?
I quite enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the visual presentation. I enjoyed the slow burn of it all. The fact that like the set decoration and like the music and the general vibe of it was like unsettling. Overall, I thought the performances were good. So for those who don't know, and I mean everyone kind of knows, I think Backrooms is based on like an internet sensation. There's a photo of a back room somewhere.
Apparently that's a real place.
It's a real place.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought the whole thing was always just created. Like I thought it was just materialized from somebody's imagination. There's a real fucking room. Like that's a place.
Yeah,
that's
so
terrifying.
It is. So it was based on that photo, which was on the internet for quite some time. Sometime I want to say it was 5 years ago. The director of the film, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now.
Kane Parsons.
He made a bunch of like animated projects on YouTube all about the Backrooms using Blender. One guy for free.
Have you seen those?
I've seen them. I haven't seen every single one, but
I've seen. I think I've gone through like half of them.
Yeah,
and they're incredible.
Yeah,
I can't believe. I keep forgetting. I'm like, this isn't real.
He was like 16.
Yeah,
when he did it too.
Crazy.
Like absolutely incredible. And so you know what? I won't give credit to A24 for their AI investments, but I will give credit for giving a 20-year-old keys to the castle. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know what? You created this online phenomenon in the form it's in now. Make a movie for us. You know, people obviously love what you do. They had faith in him. They let him do it. They got good, experienced producers on board. I think it was overall really solid. There's things I didn't love about it. Like, I feel like plot wise and character wise, it's a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want to?
You know,
you want to get into the spoilers at some point? I guess.
Yeah, we can do a brief spoiler section.
Yeah.
I guess essentially, I quite enjoyed it. There's aspects about it that are mostly spoilery. I don't love, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'd say the only stuff I didn't like, there wasn't even a whole lot that I disliked. I was really, really into this movie for so much of it. Like I would 95% of it, and it just kind of just doesn't quite stick the landing for me in a way that really tied it all together. But like, I loved. Oh man, it's so close, just to the finish line. Like and I loved so much of this movie. Like I could like going from watching like the small scale YouTube series to seeing like a real like actual backroom set, having it fully realized on these massive wide lenses that he's got. Like,
it looks so cool.
It looks so good. Like I thought the movie was gorgeous, and I loved the blocking and the framing of so much of like the aspect ratio was kind of squished in a little bit.
I think so. It sure felt that way, at least.
Yeah, or maybe I could make that up. Well, maybe like because of the DV tape that they had. I think that aspect ratio naturally does, but it seemed like they kind of felt that kept with that claustrophobic vibe the whole movie. And it's just what an incredible burn it was. Like I was on the edge of my seat like the whole time. I was so invested.
And I felt surprised by the way that things go. And we can get a little bit into spoilers since we kind of covered. And I think most people that want to see it have seen it already.
Yeah, we're more or less late to the party. So yeah, if you haven't seen Backrooms at this point, like what
the fuck are you doing? Go watch it. Yeah,
we both highly recommend. Obviously, check it out. But in terms of spoilers, I loved that. I love that big pirate guy. That was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah, like every movie needs a big pirate guy.
Yeah, I think it shows. Like so many movies have a monster that they're building to, and it's just not satisfying at all. But this really was. Like I didn't expect it when he walks into that room. I'm like, oh, this is great. In the series, it almost seems like there's kind of the monsters are really odd and ethereal and like kind of spindly and otherworldly, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was expecting. That's what you're kind of imagining around the corner.
And you do get a little bit of that in the beginning. I think there was that one of those creatures in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I really loved the character work with like the two leads.
Mm-hmm.
I thought their performances were brilliant. This might have been like the most. I mean, I love Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think he's awesome. But this is maybe like giving him a prominent spot like this. Like he really showed up. He understood the assignment. He was so good in this.
I also think it's interesting in the sense of like half of the movie is his and half of it is hers, kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like I liked the character work. I wasn't like thrilled about it. I like what they set up, but I don't necessarily love how they paid it off.
Yeah,
and where it all goes.
I think that's ultimately where it fell for me as well.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like I really enjoy all this, making them a therapist and their therapy patient, relationship kind of there, and he doesn't have really anybody else. And I liked how it was both of them at the beginning. Then it's mostly just with him. And then he disappears for a while, and then it becomes her movie for a bit, and there's kind of that mystery there, and I find all of that very interesting. What I didn't really love is his story kind of just ends when he disappears. I mean, they have this conversation later at the table, and you can tell he's kind of lost it, but he goes from being like quite sane and like, yeah, he lost his wife, and he's going through it, but he's not like a lunatic. Until like the next time you see him, and he's just like, live in the back rooms. This is the only place. I love this place. This is perfect. And I'm like, I don't know if I buy this. How much time has it been?
Yeah, see, that's what confused me too.
It was kind of unclear.
It like I did like where it ended up. I liked a lot how his I like the moment where he's like, I don't want to change. Like that was a really powerful moment. Like his performance was really great in that whole scene and how it like him coming to that result.
Yeah,
I'm like, that is a really fantastic character arc, and then it's just kind of done.
Yeah,
and
it feels too stop and starty.
Yeah,
a little bit like all the so with Supergirl, except this is much better than that. I think all the pieces are there. I just don't know if they were all plugged in correctly. Like mostly they were, but I feel like something's missing.
Well, I felt like a similar thing with her story as well, where I felt like at the final moments of the movie, I was quite shocked the movie was done. And maybe I was just really into it. I didn't feel the runtime at all. I didn't feel like the movie was ending. But the movie
does end pretty suddenly.
It's very abrupt, and it doesn't I think their characters have a great arc, and I can see that this is a full movie, but ultimately the whole package does feel like a companion piece to the YouTube series.
Yeah.
Whereas I thought it was going to be the other way around.
A little bit more standalone.
Yeah, it's called Backrooms. Like I kind of I don't necessarily need the Backrooms to be explained to me, but it just didn't feel like it was the story about these characters. So I didn't really I don't know. I guess I just didn't really feel like how everything tied together was as concise as it would have. It doesn't. The movie doesn't feel like it exists on its own. It feels like it's a larger entity.
The BCU.
Yeah.
Don't give them any ideas.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Well, yeah. I thought it was just going to be Backrooms here, but man, there was the pool rooms. There was the school rooms? I don't know.
There was
rooms.
The apartment rooms where there was one really cool shot. Probably my favorite shot in the movie was
when it goes down.
It's in the apartment and the camera goes down into the apartment looking normal, and then the second time it goes into the same building, but one of the chairs is sunken in the ground. The third time, the curtains are phasing into the wall and the chairs are gone. One is way too big, and it just is like a copy on a copy and a copy on a copy. Which they do really well in terms of horror as well later on. And with the ending, kind of what they do with the main female character. I'm forgetting her name right now.
Shit. Okay, I don't remember. Oh, I only remember his name was Clark because of the Captain Clark thing. Yeah.
Full disclosure, I'm god-awful with names. Somebody could be like, hi, I'm Bob. And I'm like, huh, what? So I wouldn't take it personally.
Robert? Did you say Robert?
Bill? So I think overall all of that really worked. I love the
Mary, that was her character's name.
All right,
I remember that now. Yeah.
Getting biblical up in here. Anyways, I just felt all of the pieces were there. I liked the character arcs. I liked the characters and the performances. I didn't love the ending, and the way that it ends felt kind of I'm okay with an ambiguous ending. I'm usually the champion for that sort of thing. I don't need all of the answers, nor is that my problem with it. But it sort of felt we're just starting to get a little bit this is all kind of wrapping up in an interesting way. Like, what is this company? Where did she end up? And then it's just like, now she's in the rec rooms. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Or a copy of her is. And again, I'm okay with ambiguity, but it just didn't
was
give me
too
enough
much.
to latch onto. And it felt too sudden. And then the credits roll and it's over. And I guess for me, it kind of just shot the momentum it had in the foot pretty hard.
Cause even if you did maybe 10 more minutes, you could do 10 more minutes and really, I don't even know particularly what that would be, but it felt like something is missing there. It felt like there is a falling action that doesn't happen. Cause like the chase is the final, like the finale, like that crazy chase with the pirate guy is awesome. It's great. And it looks like when she's in like that area that looks like the suburbs, that like, yeah, I don't know, like they lit it in such a way that it's like it's supposed to be outside, but they made it like they lit it so that it looked like it was indoors. Or no, sorry, they shot it outside. Right, yeah, but then like the technical wizardry to make it look like fluorescent lighting still somehow, like that's awesome. I love that. 30,000 square feet of set was what they built.
That's insane.
It's fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Unheard of, and it's really utilized. It looks amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think overall, really enjoyed the film. There's a lot of like shots that are really memorable, a lot of sequences, like the pirate guy, like the dinner sequence with them speaking to each other, and you can tell he's just gone, and she's trying to like kind of manipulate her way out of it, similar to their previous conversation as therapist and patient. Like, it's kind of a callback to that, and the way that she kind of tries and gets out of it successfully, I thought was like a good callback to what her character is, and like it's believable that she'd go about it that way. And some of the set pieces and like the effects were just seamless. For such a small budget,
visual effects, or I couldn't even tell there was any. Like, are there? Well, I don't know. I can't think of a specific.
There's that
visual
one
effect.
sequence with like, all these different floors in the square, and then there's a giant hole in the middle.
Oh yeah,
that was
right.
probably all visual effects.
Seamless, but
yeah, like it just looked like they built
perfect.
this like huge center.
Yeah, that whole area looked massive. Yeah,
yeah, they made it look huge, and they just do scale really well. I don't know who the director of photography is, but like they really capture these spaces really well and make them feel claustrophobic.
Did you know he was only 5 years old, the director of photography?
He wasn't even born yet.
He was. The Backrooms are older.
They're hiring Jen Beta already. Can you believe this?
Wow, good for the betas.
But yeah, no, I thought Backrooms was great. It was really nice to see it do so well, and people really mostly enjoyed it. I think some people didn't love the ending, like myself. But I don't think that ruins the whole thing.
No, it honestly
it wasn't like horrendous.
No, yeah, because it makes me appreciate how dynamic and fluid and expansive the rest of the movie is. Where I'm like, oh, you like, I'm like, you didn't know what you had here, man. Like you could have stretched this out a little bit more, or you could have like, yeah, I don't know. It just ends a bit too quick for me. I'm like, oh my man, you this was a freight train running through me.
Definitely.
Like, yeah, and it was just at the finish line, at the 1 yard line. I'm like, not quite, but like
so close.
Oh man, everything there was great. Yeah. Yeah, like I took my younger brother to get like, yeah, like I think the a couple of the movies I've enjoyed the most this year, I brought him, and he just like, because he knows more about the Backrooms than I do, and like from playing the games and stuff like that, and like seeing this movie in the theater was crazy. Yeah. Like so like, yeah, and I think that's cool, like having like horror movies that are like kids love to be freaked out.
Yeah, they do.
And like, yeah, I'm not sure how many like kids were going to this though. But like,
I think there was quite a few. It's probably one of those films where it's like, yeah, I'm 14. My mom said I can go see it. But like, I feel like it's that type of film, like a Blair Witch, like an Obsession, like a Backrooms, whatever. I feel like it's probably a big audience of teenagers or preteens, just because that's popular.
Yeah, of course. And Backrooms already being a thing that like a lot of young kids knew about as well. I was like sneaking into movies and stuff when I was younger, just because of online hype or
Yeah, I
whatever.
remember seeing The Wolf of Wall Street at 13.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
You got into the theater for that?
I did.
Wow, man. Oh, I didn't even try.
There's a whole story there I won't share on air, but yeah, I did get to see it.
Okay.
And I was like, it was a watershed moment for me.
No way. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
And then I decided to do cocaine. It was great. And Quaaludes, and actually, I don't want to get us demonetized. I didn't do any of that. Not that we're even monetizing, but
podcaster did drugs in his youth. Headlines. I can see it now.
At 12 years old or whatever. But yeah, no, good movie. Fantastic time was had by all.
Wow, what a hell of a feature section that we had there, my good man. What a
Nothing like a
great
feature
bunch of movies that we got to chop up.
Nothing like a feature presentation to get your gears going, I guess.
So then maybe let's wind it down. Let's sit back and hop into some what are some of the oddballs that you've been checking out lately?
Oh yeah, so for me, there's been some games, there's been some shows. What's fresh in mind to me right now, X-Men 97.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Season 1 was fucking fantastic. The animation by the same studio that did Legend of Korra, as well as a million other projects, the Devil May Cry series on Netflix. They've got a pretty lengthy works page, but I thought the action was incredible. The way that they make it all look like it's 2D animation for the most part, but they do like 3D occasionally.
Oh, okay.
And they make it look like 2D all the time. The colors are super vibrant. It really captures that 90s X-Men spirit really well.
It's crazy how much it actually does look like the original show.
Yeah, and it builds on it. Like, it's better. It's not often that you get a continuation that's just better than the original show, but X-Men 97 Season 1 was that. It was like that show taken up a new notch, animation just cranked up to 11. The maturity was injected in there, and just they did an amazing job. Stakes, there's character losses, big moments. There's like a million things that happen every week.
Oh, wow.
So it feels like a Saturday morning cartoon in that way, because it's like, we're going to go through 20 X-Men issues in 20 minutes.
And do them all fantastically.
Yeah, they tie in a bunch of different storylines all into one like interconnected soap opera. There's literally a love square in the first season.
Yeah,
like it's soap opera that it's ridiculous, and I just adore it. And so season 2 is back, and I know we haven't seen either yet, so I won't get super into it. But they have a unique premise with season 2. Some time travel bullshit's going on.
The X-Men time travel shenanigans. I love that shit.
Yeah, the first episode is Days of Past Future.
Oh, wait.
Is what they titled it instead of Days of Future Past, because they've already adapted Days of Future Past.
Oh, did they do that like in the original show?
Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess they would.
They adapted a bunch of their classic storylines in the original series.
Dark Phoenix.
They did Dark Phoenix already.
No way. Okay.
They actually did it well, because
no way.
They did the Phoenix Saga. They did Dark Phoenix. They did like stuff in space. But yeah, I won't spoil it, other than to say like it is just like the perfect X-Men adaptation. The heart, the character dynamics, the music, like the X-Men theme from the 90s and the remix of the one in 97 are just like you're and you're just like amped up. Like I have to crank up the volume. I'm like a kid just sitting there with my popcorn, my cereal, whatever. Like just amped up. And they always do it. They build up to it too. Sometimes it's like short little quiet music, and then it builds up, it gets louder and louder, and then it just blares and does the theme. And they change it up every week. They add and take away people based on who's there versus who's not, versus who's alive versus who's not. They play with it in some other ways that's interesting. Like it feels like it was made with care and very thoughtful, and you could tell the people involved are like huge X-Men fans, because they'll be like, "You guys like Strong Guy? You guys want to see Polaris? They'll just like pull out."
Is there an X-Men called Strong Guy?
Strong Guy. Yeah. I think I did look it up. I'm pretty sure it's literally just Strong Guy.
Oh wow! I thought it was just like there are some pretty generic strong men in the X-Men.
Literally just like a giant bulky man with the tiniest head, and he's got a little tiny puff of white hair on top.
Oh, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, they're just, you could tell they really care. Season 2 is off to a fantastic start so far. They did 3 episodes. I had to like watch it as soon as it came out, because season 1 I was like watching weekly as soon as it came out. I was so excited. Some of the stuff they do later on in that season is just like, whoa. Like, I don't even want to get into it because A, it would spoil it, but B, it's also like words that YouTube doesn't like very much.
Were you a fan of the original show, like growing up or something like that?
No, I did watch a bunch of it on Disney Plus before 97 came out. I haven't finished it, but I watched the first couple seasons of the original show. You honestly don't need to. If you're aware of who Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, everyone is, you'll be like, yeah, I can follow this. They give you the required context for what you don't know. But they just get into the most 90s comic book soap opera shit imaginable. There's clones and love squares and long lost babies you didn't know about and time travel shenanigans and I love you, but I don't. But it's just everything you love about X-Men wrapped up in heart. It's just some of the best TV animation I've seen in a long time.
Damn, putting Invincible to shame.
It literally is like like hydrogen bomb versus cotton baby. You know, that's kind of the difference between the animation and Invincible versus
that's what you want to hear.
97, yeah.
That's awesome.
Highly recommend it. So that's what I've been watching.
I gotta check it out. I've just heard so much good stuff. And I want to jump into it soon, especially with it being like a half-hour show. Like you can just chuck it on.
Yeah, it's like 23 minutes or something.
So like actual like broadcast time. Oh, even better. Okay, great. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna give it a go. I'll report back. You're a good salesman.
Please do. Yeah.
Of course.
You watching, playing anything as well? What else is in the great mind of Cam?
Let me look back. I'm sifting.
Let me X-Men mind blast.
Brain blast. I am become Cerebro, thinker of thoughts. Yes. The most recent video game I've been playing actually is a classic, none other than The Wolf Among Us.
Let's go.
I played this when it came out in 2014. And
did I?
Yeah, and once I heard that the sequel was announced, I was like, fuck, I gotta play that again. And then the remaster was announced, but I was like, I can't wait. I'm just gonna the Steam summer sale's on right now, so I'm like, I'm just gonna buy the original game for $10, and I'm loving it. It's so good. Like I kind of just like slipped right back into it. I played a lot of Telltale when I was younger. Like I love The Walking Dead and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Even
Batman was good.
Oh yeah, I bought that too on the summer sale. That once I'm done with The Wolf Among Us, I'm jumping to that.
There's 2 seasons of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I gotta add the second season to my shopping cart too. I almost forgot. I love the kind of the jank around old Telltale as well. There's something kind of, I don't know. There's like a simplicity to it, and kind of a stiffness to it.
There's they have 12 animation cycles and a dream.
Yeah,
you know.
But then matched with like fantastic voice acting.
Yeah,
and some really compelling writing, and like every decision I make, every time I'm like, man, fuck that guy. And I'm like, oh no, but he's sad. Like, oh no, he doesn't like being this way. You know, I think Sheriff Bigby is so great. I love playing him as a very like benevolent guy. He's very nice and kind.
Yeah. I definitely softened him up a lot.
Yeah,
playing as him, I'm like, you need to chill out, brother.
Yeah. Like, you can't throw everybody through. But I do love when the time arises. I will just I'll hit the option to punch a guy in the face because I'm like, Bigby doesn't take no shit. So like, I've been having so much fun diving into that again. I can't wait for the sequel, even though Telltale isn't quite what it used to be. I'm still looking forward to I've been 12 years I've been waiting for a follow up to Wolf Among Us.
Same.
And
I know how old I was when I played that. Probably 13.
Yeah,
something like that, give or take, to age myself. I don't know. In that time range, somewhere between 13 and 15.
That's crazy.
And we're still waiting on the sequel, and it was just re-revealed, so there's signs of life, which is good.
It's a real game. At least there's footage of it. At least it exists.
If we're in an industry where Xbox can announce something and cancel it 10 days later, anything is possible.
Shit, you're right. Okay.
Wait till it's in front of you. Okay.
Yeah. Especially since I did not think this game was going to happen at all ever. So the fact that we're getting something,
I was honestly shocked and appalled when it reappeared at Summer Games Fest, I believe it was. I was like, really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, cool, hell yeah, a reason to play the game again.
And Telltale, the new Telltale, did like The Expanse recently. I don't think anybody played it.
I heard good things though.
I
think people liked it.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a hit.
No, by no means.
And so I was like, oh, they're double screwed. They really have to get this right, or they're dead again.
Especially with it being such a long follow up too. Like, oh yeah, just about as long as waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6. We're getting Grand Theft Auto 6 before Wolf Among Us 2.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Wow, what a well, I never thought that would happen.
But I cannot wait for the sequel either, and I'm glad to hear you're loving it still. I think it totally holds up.
Oh,
The
hell
writing
yeah.
is so on point.
It 100% holds up, and I've been playing on the Steam Deck. Like,
That's a perfect Steam Deck
perfect
game.
Steam Deck game. Yeah, literally, you play it in bed. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I already talked about it before the show, if you love Wolf Among Us, you got to play Dispatch.
Yes. Yeah.
Same writing
You sold me
team.
on that.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Mhm.
That formula done perfectly. So glad to hear you like that. Lots more Telltale games to play.
Yeah.
Telltale likes. Like I played a lot of games similar to them as well.
Yeah, I want to play Detroit Become Human. I want to play. I own Heavy Rain. I've owned that for a long time.
Heavy Rain has aged like milk.
Yeah,
It's very funny.
Son!
Jason.
Right?
Yeah.
That does seem kind of funny to go back to.
Heavy Rain is hilarious now.
Yeah,
But when I played it in 2010, I'm like, whoa,
This is so
storytelling. I can't believe they can tell stories like this.
I didn't know.
It was so legitimately, it was so formative for me.
Yeah, that's
At the
awesome.
time, and so
Oh,
like
I should have played it. A long
I have
time
so
ago.
much, yeah, I have so much like nostalgia and warmth towards it. But I think Detroit Become Human does hold up. I mean, I don't know if they nail all of their analogies, but like
It looks
I
great.
I don't think I've ever seen choice-based consequence, that sort of story
Yeah.
game ever done on that scale before.
It's almost too intimidating for me. I kind of like the simplicity of Telltale a bit. Like, I don't, yeah, like certain games that give me too much choice, but like with Telltale, it's kind of like you get like 3 or 4 different lanes to kind of.
Kill or spare.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
not as complicated.
Yeah, but just the writing is so good that the interpersonal relationships does make it really complex. Like, I will pause the game and I'll be like, I'll sit and think about a decision. I'm like, oh fuck, this is
Yeah. Dispatch will have a lot of that too. So.
yeah, nice. Okay,
Hell
good.
yeah.
I'm gonna buy that too. I'm 100% getting that.
Hell yeah. So speaking of gaming, I guess I'll share what I've also been playing. I've been on a years-long odyssey of
Mhm.
playing every single Yakuza / Like a Dragon game.
Oh right, yeah.
And so I started with Yakuza 0. I played Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, and then the remasters of 3, 4, and 5, and then 6. And now I'm playing Judgment, which is set in the same universe.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I see that in the. I didn't realize this was a Yakuza thing.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
same developer.
God,
So
it's so much Yakuza stuff going
there's
on.
an insane amount of it.
I can't keep up.
I can't keep up. Literally, they're releasing 1 or 2 a year, and I'm playing like 1 or 2 a year, and so I'm like on pace with them. But I haven't yet. I'm like somewhere in 2018 in their release, schedule.
Wow, yeah,
So,
okay.
but over the course of like 2 or 3 years, I've played all of those, and they're pretty lengthy. So I've dedicated quite a bit of time. Now I'm playing Judgment, which is a spin-off of the series, set in the same city, the fictional kind of neighborhood / city of Tokyo in Japan called Kamurocho. But this time, instead of playing as Kiryu or any of the other guys, you're playing as oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Yagami, I believe is his first name. I apologize if I totally butchered how to pronounce that. But they don't honestly say his name a lot. They say Tak, which is like Takami or Takami. I forget his first name. They call him Tak a lot, so I kind of got screwed up. But anyways, you play as him, and he's like he's a former lawyer. It's got a really interesting setup. He's a former lawyer in Japan, and he quit being a lawyer about 3 years ago. The prologue is he quits being a lawyer because he gets a man acquitted, which is incredibly rare in Japan. Turns out,
Yeah,
it's like 1% chance or something of actual acquittal.
The judicial system is crazy.
Yes, because they have about a 99% conviction rate, and so he put his blood, sweat, and tears into getting this guy acquitted because either he did it for his career or because he thought he was genuinely, innocent. Either way, he gets him acquitted. The following week, he gets out and he murders his girlfriend and burns their house down. And so that's how the story starts.
Damn.
And so he's like, I can't be a lawyer anymore. Like, I'm responsible for this. Like, her death's on my hands.
This is why we don't let him out, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
I can
and so it's like,
yeah, damn.
it is such an incredible starting point for the story. And then what happens from there is 3-year time jump, and he becomes a private investigator. And he starts investigating like a series of serial killings in Kamurocho, seemingly done by the Yakuza. And he works with the defense lawyer on the person who they suspect to have done it. He works with them to try to figure out whether or not he did it. He finds some evidence that points towards him not being there, and so he also gets out for free. But it seems like he might still be involved, and it's essentially kind of like a crime noir detective story in the same city as the Yakuza series. A lot of the same combat, so you go around town, you spend time, interacting, going singing karaoke, going
Nice.
bowling, doing side quests, or getting to know the locals, which also is a gameplay system. And then the other half of the game is like the super serious crime noir, like people are getting murdered, and there's like a lot of really intense stuff going on. So there's like that juxtaposition of the Yakuza series that I just love.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it seems like there's like was it the pseudo narrative dissonance or whatever. Like,
But they lean into it.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, fuck,
Yes.
it is weird.
That
Who
sounds
cares?
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like with Uncharted, I'm like, I do have to work to separate the mass murderer that Nathan Drake is, like, with the quippy, like, charming guy that
Yeah.
he's in the cutscenes. But yeah, but it sounds like Yakuza has fun with it, and
They're aware of the disconnect, like and they just really have fun with it. And RGG is such a, especially, I mean, some people don't like the recent couple of games, but overall, a really, really solid studio. They do everything from Virtual Fighter to Super Monkey Ball to mostly Yakuza.
Oh damn, I remember Super Monkey Ball. Shit.
Yeah, they've done almost all of them. Kiryu's a guest character in one of the Monkey Balls.
Oh, that's fun.
It's very funny. But I just fell in love with their games after playing Yakuza 0. If that's ever on sale, absolutely incredible game. You might be hooked as well, because that's one of, if not the best one. Is the prequel, so it's a great place to start.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll double check the summer sale.
It used to go on sale for like $5 all the time.
Yeah, I bet.
And then they remastered it, and I think the price is way higher now.
Oh yeah.
Because they delisted the legacy version.
Oh.
So it's one of those Sega scammy moments.
Oh damn, we didn't even talk about all the Grand Theft Auto 6 news.
It's coming out.
Yeah. Speaking of scummy gaming practices. Wow, damn. But no, man, I'm really glad that you're neck deep into Yakuza like this. You're the only one I know that's actually taking the plunge. But the people that are in it love it.
It becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Every like 6 months or so, I'm like, time for a new one.
Yeah,
and I have them all physically, because you can still do that as of now.
Yeah, for number.
And so I have like the entire series as a big set. And honestly, there's a bunch of spin-offs I might not get to right away, but like overall, it's because there's like a pirate spin-off, there's like a samurai spin-off.
Oh yeah,
there's technically a zombie
Hawaiian,
one.
The Yakuza Goes Hawaiian.
Yeah, yeah. There was a new one where they went to Hawaii, and then they did a spin-off of that where it was Majima as a pirate in Hawaii.
Okay, yeah, okay. I knew that somehow the pirates and the Hawaiian thing.
Yeah.
So I knew that mixed somehow. I wasn't quite sure.
But yeah, overall, incredible series. They're almost all like really good. Some of them less so than others, but like overall, I have yet to find like a bad one. And considering I've played like 7 of them now, that's quite impressive. On to my 8th one, that's quite impressive.
Wow.
I don't usually play through a whole series, but I felt so drawn in by this one. So that's what I've been playing on the gaming front. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no. I'm gonna double check, and yeah, maybe I'll jump into 0. I don't know. I unfortunately I do
play Dispatch first.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I do see Yakuza being something that I take on, but I don't see through. Like at one point,
you can honestly just pick the ones that you're interested in.
Yeah. Okay.
You can play some of the modern ones or play 0. Most of them stand somewhat on their own. I could definitely give you some starting points.
Okay, cool. Okay, I appreciate
0, 7, Judgment, all very good places to start. 7 has a brand new character, so it's kind of like a fresh start.
Okay.
0 is a prequel, so it's like the starting point chronologically. And then Judgment's just a new guy in the same city, so you could just play it without knowing anything. But yeah.
Cool.
Great series.
Hell yeah, beautiful, man. We love a dance series around here. I tried to get into the Godzilla movies. There's like 25 of them, and like, yeah, that was another project I started, and I could not finish.
You did your best. It's okay.
Yeah, I made it like 5 movies in, and I was like, I don't know. I'll go back to it. I love Godzilla.
Hell yeah, I definitely would like to watch more of them. I've seen Shin Godzilla.
Oh,
and Godzilla -1. And then the American ones that aren't amazing, but
yeah,
they're entertaining.
They are something. Coming out of the pandemic, like the first movie I was seeing, I was like, just give me Godzilla versus Kong. Like at least
I was weirdly excited for that. I was like, monkey go punch. Yeah, it just activated something primate inside me.
No, like there was like there was just also a hunger for like just going back to the movies for just give me some schlock, please. I've been
Yeah,
stuck inside.
it was good schlock.
It was the schlock of all time. It certainly was.
Speaking of schlock, is there anything else that you have been watching, playing, or is that pretty much we covered?
You know what?
Here?
I think that'll be the show, my good man. Some of the best stuff of the year so far that I've got to enjoy. I've got to discuss today.
Quite excited about what our next few episodes will be about.
Well, yeah,
Evil Dead's coming out momentarily. Man, that might be our next excursion.
I love Evil Dead overall, pretty much all of them. I thought Rise was fine. I don't know.
I liked it.
I liked it, yeah, but I didn't really feel, I was like, this is just the first one again, or the remake again. Like it just felt like another reboot type thing. Burn looks really gross and mean spirited, and I don't know if I like when Evil Dead is goofy. I like Evil Dead 2 is my favorite one because it's so quirky and weird. So but then I thought the remake, I thought that was a cool like spin. I'm like, yeah, like very, very serious, like, but I don't know. This new one looks gross. I gotta see it though. It's Evil Dead. Well, we'll definitely have a chance to talk about it. But yeah, July, exciting month. July's very exciting,
and it's been wonderful getting to chat with you about all things, all things movies.
June was great. I saw 3 movies in a row that are currently my top 3 of the year, like Backrooms, and then Obsession and the Furious. Like,
hell yeah, you had a really good month.
I had a fantastic month.
I subjected myself to scary movies.
Oh, bro, man,
I don't even want to talk about it. It was not good.
No, and my wife and I have been actually watching all of the old ones because she was like, "Oh, let's go to this new one," and like it is a chore to get through these movies. They are so short, but like obnoxiously dense. It's a difficult ride.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the future, and it's been a pleasure. As always,
yes.
Where can people find you?
People find me. Well, they could find me on Letterboxd at CanB123. And where the hell are people gonna find you?
They could find me on Letterboxd as Disquiet Wyatt. That's DIS Quiet. It's a real world word. Look it up. It's a real world. It's a real word. Look it up. And you can also find us at Cinema Wonderland Pod on Instagram, which is also linked in the description.
Of course, yeah. All the socials, everything linked in the description. You can also reach out to us at the cinemawonderlandpod at gmail.com. What are you thinking of Backrooms? What are you thinking of? How are you feeling about the Odyssey coming up here?
Are you one of the 12 people who saw The Furious along?
Yes, please. I need to find more.
Please, there has to be more.
I'm not alone in this world. Please.
But yes, if you have anything you'd like to talk to us about, especially hot takes or just your opinion on what we have to say, we're happy to hear from you. Email is always open. Feel free to give us a follow, like and subscribe. All the things we're supposed to say.
Hell yeah. We're on YouTube. We got stuff cooking in the I was gonna say the back rooms, the back burner.
We were cooking shit in the back rooms.
Yeah, we can cook so much shit in here. There's so much room.
There's so much room for slop in here.
Get the shovels.
Get the shovels. And with that, we're gonna go get the shovels and get the hell out of here.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us once again. We love the show. We love you. You're all beautiful, and
yes,
be nice to yourself. That's the lesson.
Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. Go out there and watch a movie, or watch 2 movies.
Watch as many movies as you can. Don't let anybody and play some Telltale games. How about that?
Yeah, play Dispatch.
Yeah,
whatever you're doing by Ad Hoc Studios is Dispatch. I'm not sponsored, but if they want to,
no,
I'm here.
We're just lovers. We're not fighters.
And with that, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Take care.